Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Lunix here, and today I just wanted to show you guys how I made my audio visualizer. But first, what you want to do is you want to get Adobe After Effects CC 2015. But the thing is, it's really expensive, $20 a month. So, but if you don't have this, then you might as well just close out of this. So what you first want to do is you want to get your image, and I would recommend it being like the size of the properties that you made your composition. So I'm just gonna try and find here. It was like a city or something. I don't even know. Yeah, it doesn't even work when you do this, but alright. Okay, that took me a while to find. But, once you have it, you just want to drag it down into here. And then in your effects and presets, you want to type mirror. And then you just want to drag it on top of this. And then you're going to just want to drag this. And you see that, right? Okay, so then you just want to keep doing this. And then there should be like something in the middle like this, and then you can zoom in, and then it should be like right here on that thing. Okay, so that I just feel like that looks cooler, but you don't have to do this. But then what you want to do is you want to go layer, new, and then solid, and then you can name it whatever you want, but I'm just gonna name it audio visual. Alright, and then you just click OK. And then you just search audio, and then you click spectrum, and then you just drag it on top of here. And what you want to do is you want to go over to these colors and just change them to white, because that's the color that like Trap Nation and stuff uses. It just looks a lot better. And then you're gonna want to change this from 2000 to 200, and then change from 20 to 1. I just think that this looks a little better, but oh yeah, also, because you're going to want audio on this, well, of course you're going to want it, but then you just want to import a file, and then, try and find which one you're going to use, and then you just want to put it in here, and I already have mine, because I already bass boosted it, and what you're going to want to do, is you're going to want to go up to here, and then you're going to want to go up to here, and then select your music. And then if you start moving this around, you can see that it'll like come up a little bit, and that's good. That's what you want. And you want to set this from side A and B to just side B. And once you're done with that, you're gonna want to change frequency bands to 2000. And now it should just look like a line, but if you skip ahead in music, it kind of looks like that. So then you're just gonna want to like stay at a frame that it's up a little bit, and then you're just going to judge from that how high you think that the maximum height should be. And then what you want to do, but you don't want to get like too carried away with this, because once we're going to make it into like a circle, it'll start to look really weird if you do it too high. And then you want to go over here and type polar coordinates, and then it should come up, and you just drag it in here. And instead of polar to rect, it looks really weird if you do it like that. Look at that. But you just want to put this back to 0, and go to rect to polar, and then just go 100%. And you should see that there is, in fact, a little bit like of space there. But we're going to want it to be halfway. So to start point, you can change this around until it gets to like halfway up. So that's good. And you want to change this. Down until it gets into the middle, and the dots should align. So that looks like it's like half of it. And then you just want to go to mirror, and then select the mirror, and then do this. You're going to want to take the one that says 1920 and just drag it along until these two dots align again. That's just how mirror works. And that actually really does help. But you see, like, if something like this happens, you can just move this, like, because then they'll just touch and go together, but they're still not together. And what I don't like is that it just blurs a lot. And then you can change the maximum height up if you think that that doesn't look good enough. And yeah, we could try and render a little bit from here. Yeah, so that looks nice, alright? And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to need your logo. I don't know if you guys even had one, but most of the time you're going to want it to be a circle. And what I just did was I found a white circle on the internet and took my logo and just put it on top of there using Photoshop. And that was pretty easy. So you're going to find the logo and just put it in here. And then make sure it's on top of everything else. And you'll see that mine is a little bit small because it's not like, I mean, that's fine, but you're just going to go and transform. And depending if yours is too big or too small, just where it says right here is 100, you're just going to want to turn it up. So then it like just reaches it. You don't want it to be over it, otherwise it'll look like this and you'll barely see it. And it'll also look really bad just because it won't optimize correctly. And yeah, that's practically that part, and it looks nice and stuff. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take this audio visualizer, and you can do, if you're on Mac, you can do Command C, but if you're on Windows, you can do Control C, and hit Command or Control V, and then it should just come back on here. And what you want to do is you want to hit, actually, to just make sure that which one you're going to use, if this has the music in it, that means that that's the first one, and this one just says audiovisual, then you're just going to want to take this one and move it below this one, and you can rename it so you don't get confused. And you're going to want to take this and switch it to the same song, and then set the maximum height up a little bit more. And then you're going to want to change the color. So you can change the color. We're going to have two of these, so you're going to want to make this one darker. And then you can just hit the palette tool and select this. And you'll see that that's already starting to look like Trap Nation a little bit. And then what you want to do is you want to just copy this one again. Control C, Control V. And it'll say 3. It'll already do it for you. It's automatic just because, it senses that it's a sequence. And then you want to take this and switch it from this to the music. And then first, let's actually change this. So change the color. And then change this. Alright, it's already on there, so that you don't have to. And then you just want to change the maximum height up even more. And that looks pretty good already. So you're going to just want to render this a little bit. Sorry for the sounds. It just looks like that when you're rendering. We'll render like a couple frames. Actually, you can just mute the audio while it's doing that. And then, so you can just play it. And then see how it looks. This thing is so glitchy though, it doesn't work all the time. I don't know why. 2 more frames, okay. Just play it. Whatever, you get the idea. You don't actually have to play it, but okay, now it's time to move on to the particles. So what you want to do is you want to hit layer. Actually, you have to get out of this so then you can actually do it. So layer, new, solid, and you want to hit particles and hit OK. And then you want to type in this CC particle world. Make sure it's particle world, not particle systems. And you just want to drag this over here. You're going to see all this stuff. Now what you want to do is you just want to select this, double tap it, so now you just have this. And you want to go into grid and guides, and then just hit uncheck all of these. And then you should be good from there. Then what you want to do is you can close out of grids and guides and go to birth rate. No, I like turning this down a little bit just because you're going to have way too many particles. I guess 0.1 is a little good. That's pretty good. And then producer. Yeah, that's fine. And then you want to go to extras, effect camera, rotation X, and change this to 90. So already you're kind of seeing, like, light speed, Star Wars. And then you're going to want to go to particle type and change it from line to faded sphere. Make sure you don't do shaded sphere, because then you'll see this and then it'll have black borders around it. Make sure it's on faded sphere. And then you want to change this to white and change this to white. I mean, you can have it whatever color you want, but I mean, white is probably the best because that's what Trap Nation uses in their videos and my videos. And then you want to go to birth to death. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so then you want to change the birth size to 0.12, and then that should be good. And then you want to particle, extras, effect camera, and then you want to change this. Oh, never mind, it's not that. Distance. You want to go in. You want to zoom in a lot. Birth rate, we should probably change that up a little bit, just because you can see that there wasn't as many. 0.4 would probably be better, because when you're zoomed out, I mean, like, it'll look different. It'll look like this, and that's probably a good one. And then we're going to want to have the mirror again. So you just want to type in mirror, and then do this, and then change this. You can go back into here, and you'll already start to see these. And then you can just disable all these, and then you can go into here, and you'll already start to see the reflections. And just make sure that those two are aligned. Okay, and then you have that part. And then this should be good. You can just put this behind all three of the audio visualizers. And then let's just turn this off and start rendering a little bit. And you can already see that that's happening. It looks pretty nice. And then you're just going to want to go over here and enable all of them. And then we can stop, turn the audio back on, and actually play this. Probably not gonna. So that looks kind of good, but there's actually a problem with this because it's like imploding and stuff. So you want to get out of here, and the reason why this is happening is because you want to go into it out of this part and then go into physics, and the gravity will be like will be like 0. Well, actually no, it'll be like negative. Sorry. I don't know how high, but you just want to. So that looks a lot better, actually. If you go back into here, you can see that it looks fine. You don't actually need to have it zoomed in. We'll turn that off, just because it's really choppy and it's annoying. And then you can just play this. So you can see that that's fine. And then what you want to do is just want to save as. No, I'm not even gonna. Well, I'll save it, I guess, but I don't really need to. And then you'll just name it whatever you want, Spectrum 2. And then you just want to save it, and then it's saved. And to render, I'm not actually gonna render this, but it'll render as an AVI file. And you want to make sure that you still have this, because it won't render with sound. You want to go to composition. Wait a minute. Add to render queue, and then choose what output you want, like lossless, which is AVI, and then you just want to, and then name it whatever you want. You can double tap on this and change the name, and that's really how I made mine, and it looks fine. You can add any amount of drop shadows that you want if you know what those are, and it'll just take a little while more to render. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you guys in the next video, or music video, I guess. Alright, see ya.